Welcome back, Truth Seeker. I'm going to be using my babysitting voice in this one because I am literally babysitting. Today was the first day of Sweet Lady going back to work after 4 months off. So I got less time over here because I got a lot more baby time. But yeah, again, the big distraction for the nation. Another story meant to polarize and present this idea that our government is incompetent, a conclusion that many Americans have. Again, the big distraction today, the hearings regarding the accidental message on Signal from Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, to a journalist for The Atlantic. And before we get into this, I just want to go back to this headline right here. Why Trump is trying to outrage Washington with his cabinet picks. And again, this is all our political system is. One side trying to outrage the other. Again, it is completely about polarization, and Trump is an expert in this. The phrase we all know, united we stand, divided we fall. And these rituals are about creating division. And again, they are rituals, and what every American should know is who is standing behind these purposeful rituals to create division and outrage. Because this nation is controlled, and it's not by these puppets or these figureheads. It's not Trump. It's not Hegseth. It's not the Senate or the Congress. Again, all these people are bought and paid for, and they are following orders and putting on a show, making people think one party is worse than the other. And I say worse than the other and not better than the other because that's pretty much the way every American looks at it. It's not like anybody's really in love with either political party. It's just which one do they hate less? Which one is the lesser of two evils? And because people continue to play in this game, the game gets more absurd as time goes on. And again, I want to remind you about the day Hegseth was nominated and the day he was confirmed. Again, they referred to this as God tier trolling the day that Matt Gaetz and Hegseth were picked. Of course, Hegseth was working for the Fox News channel at the time. But the term God tier had that gematria of 78, like Trump's age, like how he's the latest Grover Cleveland, meaning split term president. Again, how he's Jesuit educated, the many rituals with him and Musk in 78. Anyway, the bigger piece is coming down here. Hegseth was picked as the nominee on November 12th, and there was much made about his Templar tattoos on his chest. Again, the Templars are the military order of the Catholic Church, like how there's Roman symbolism all over Washington, D.C. But yes, Hegseth was picked on the Black Pope's birthday. The Black Pope is the superior general, the leader of the Jesuits, and in the middle of the Jesuit order's logo is the Templar cross. And again, the Catholic Church is where the Holy Roman Empire is alive and well. Hegseth's big screw up, and remember when he went through his confirmation process, they were asking him endlessly about being an alcoholic, a womanizer, sexual abuse. Again, little focus even on there was some focus on if he was qualified to lead a department as big as the Pentagon, but so much of it was on him being an alcoholic, you know. Sorry, sweet girl, did I wake you up? Sorry. But anyhow, Hegseth was picked on the Superior General's birthday. And if you're new here, these numbers on the screen, these words, this is the practice of coding numbers into words. It's called Gematria, comes from Kabbalah. You learn this code, you see through all of the ritualism. And as you can see, Washington, D.C. literally equals Society of Jesus. And it makes a lot of sense because when the Jesuits, aka the Society of Jesus, came to D.C., or came to America, I mean, they set up camp in Washington, D.C. And again, as I always point out, Washington, D.C. is named after George Washington, who is the first recognized president in the history books. And he became president in 1789, the same year the Jesuits or the Society of Jesus, established Georgetown a few months before he took office. But also, when Hegseth was confirmed, again, he was nominated on the Pope's birthday. He was confirmed, and I think I forgot to pull up this post, but he was confirmed 38 days after the Pope's birthday. And that's important because DC is on the 38th parallel, and in Gematria, Pentagon equates to 38. So let me pull this up here. Again, just another 78 code. It started with God tier trolling, then takes us saying they're just running a smear campaign against him. He was confirmed 222 days after his birthday when Superior General equals 222. Again, he was picked on the Superior General's birthday. And in case you missed the whole Lake and Hope Riley thing, remember her name equaled 222. And she was 22 years old and killed on February 22nd by a Venezuelan, the Superior General's from Venezuela. And of course, on the Superior General's birthday, the same day Hegseth was picked, the man who was accused of killing Lake and Hope Riley, he said he did not want a trial. And essentially, that was the end of the story on the Superior General's birthday. But hold on, let me come down here. If you don't know, Hegseth is 44 years old. Supposedly, he tweeted on the Ides march to the Atlantic at 11:44 was the time. And again, the Ides march is to remember the killing of Caesar in 44 BC. But this ritualism with 44 in the Secretary of Defense, it's been going on for a long time, way before Hegseth. It's because it's a big military number. But hold on, I'm trying to get to the point that I want to get to. What, did I not put it in this post? Okay, somehow. Anyway, it's not a big deal. We'll come back to that. But again, just the fact that the big story when he was picked was the Templar tattoos. And again, picked on the Jesuit leader's birthday. Again, the Jesuits are the modern day Templars, just how it's so obvious who controls this puppet show. But with regards to this most recent story, we'll come back to this. Again, he tweeted to the Atlantic, and the news broke yesterday. Oh no, sorry, sweet girl. Daddy's waking you up. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Again, the tweets or the story about the message to the Atlantic came on March 24th. That was the day the news broke that he had done this on the Ides March. Notice that was the 144th day of the anniversary of the first publication of the Atlantic. Oh no, Ruby. Oh no, sorry, sweet girl. Oh, my fault, you guys. Ruby, Daddy woke you up. Are you hungry? Okay, hold on. We might have to take a rain check on this one. But are we hungry? Can we make it through? Maybe not. Hold on, Trusik. I got an idea. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm going to try something out here. All right, sweet girl. And I forgot your toy. We're almost done, okay? We're going to be quick. Okay. All right, so again, the accidental message on Signal went out to the Atlantic, which first publication for it was November 1st, 1857. So the story breaks on the 144th day of the anniversary of the paper's age. And again, just big number with the Jesuits, 144. The story broke on a date with 72 numerology. Again, another big number with the Jesuits. If you're new here, there's 4 base ciphers of the English language: alphabetic order, reverse alphabetic order, both orders with numerology applied. When you run it in reverse, Jesuit order also equates to 153. And the mistake was made on the 15th day of the third month, 153. So again, the details of this story encompass at least 3 of the 4 ciphers of Jesuit order. Hegseth also has that 72 connection. And again, here's the reporting. On Friday, March 15th at 11:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the user identified as Hegseth sent a team update. And for the record, team update equals 56, like Ides of March, like Society of Jesus, like Washington, D.C., another repetitive number that's used in their ritualism. A team update in which he disclosed what Goldberg described as operational details of forthcoming strikes on Yemen, including information about targets, weapons the U.S. would be deploying, and attack sequencing. So again, on 15/3, the Ides of March, to remember the killing of Caesar in 44 BC, you get the message at 44 minutes after the hour from the 44-year-old Hegseth. And what's interesting is March 15th was 83 days before Hegseth's upcoming birthday. And then the story broke on the 83rd day of the year. And keep in mind, 83 is a number related with killing. Obviously, this is a message about killing Houthi rebels. That means that the story broke 9 days later, March 24th, which means it was 74 days before his birthday, 8874. Keep in mind, the Ides of March would have been 88 days after the Pope's 88th birthday. Again, here's the base ciphers. Holy Roman Empire has that 88 and 74 connection. And also 187, like we just talked about, with Society of Jesus in Washington, D.C. Trump has the 218 and the 88 connection. Again, Trump is 88. And when you recognize the cipher that's cap sensitive, Trump's 218, like his presidential alert, which he's the father of, goes out at 218 Eastern Standard Time. And been a lot of rituals with Trump in 218 over the years. But again, 88 days after the Pope's 88th birthday, the first Jesuit Pope, this ritual goes down. And in light of the message being from, let me read that one more time. On Friday, March 15th at 11:44 a.m. Eastern Time, the user identified as Hegseth sent a team update in which he disclosed what Goldberg described as operational details of forthcoming strikes on Yemen. Goldberg's surname, I think most people know where that would fit in. The surname Goldberg, of German or Yiddish origins, means gold mountain and is common among Ashkenazi Jews. Okay? So I just want to point out this happened on the 74th day of the year, 88 days after the Pope's 88th birthday. And again, do you think these things are an accident when we've been exposing them for over 11 years now? Before long, it'll be over 12 years. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, again, just the same stuff over and over and over again. And like I said, the Atlantic, see, the other thing about the Atlantic and Goldberg is, this is covered in my first book, Letters and Numbers. I took the time to put into that book all of the dates and publications, Letters and Numbers, which I finished writing in 2017, all the dates and publications where 6 million JEWSs had died or were dying in the world. This was written about countless times way before World War II came around. And I'm talking decades before. I'm talking starting in the late 1800s. The Atlantic was one of those publications that wrote about it over and over and over again. The 6 million JEWs that had died. A story told so many times in newspapers, and it never stuck until World War II. And again, this isn't some conspiracy theory or some made-up thing. It's a fact. There are people in the world who've documented those newspapers. I learned about this by watching the people who have the actual newspapers and just going through and reading from them and showing the dates. So many times this was written about. The New York Times and the Atlantic were the leading culprits. And of course, the New York Times has always been run by Jesuits. I don't know if that's true about the Atlantic, but something that I noticed is one of the founders of the Atlantic, his name is Francis Underwood. Does that name stand out to you? Francis Underwood? That's the president in the hit show House of Cards, played by Kevin Spacey, where there's so many rituals with that show and Trump that we've documented over the years. So I thought, what in the world? Francis Underwood? Interesting. And don't forget the thing about Francis and Underwood. Francis equals 47. Underwood equals 47, just like Trump. And they're both 119 as well, if you didn't catch that. Francis is also 119. Underwood's 119. Look at Vatican, 47 and 119. All roads leading to Rome. And by the way, about Tulsi Gabbard being up there today, again, if you're new here, the number I probably talk about more than ever with the Jesuits is 201. Again, Pope Francis is the first Jesuit pope, the first to live in Suite 201 at the Vatican. When Tulsi Gabbard was nominated to be the Director of National Intelligence, it was one day after the Superior Journal's birthday. That was November 13th, the day after the Hegseth nomination. It was 201 weeks and 3 days since she had left office. So 201 weeks and 3 days later, again, national intelligence is 201, like the Jesuit order, like Order of Illuminati. Don't forget Central Intelligence Agency, United States of America. The words in their logo equate to 201, just like their motto, the work of a nation, the center of intelligence equates to 201, just like how the CIA was created in history on September 18th, 47, on the 201st day of the Pope's age. And don't forget, 201's big with the Illuminati too, which was founded by a Jesuit. And there she is doing that little Illuminati pose. And that's what I mean when I say that these people are bought and paid for and owned by the cabal, and they're just going out there executing their script like they're actors in a Hollywood movie, which Donald Trump would know a lot about since he has quite a few Hollywood credits, even been in some wrestling matches, gone toe-to-toe with Vince McMahon, the Freemason. Now he's large and in charge in the Masonic city, where a lot of the rites of Freemasonry were written by Jesuit priests. But yeah, anyway. Oh, by the way, one other thing that's in the news today, Samsung co-CEO dropped dead of a heart attack at 63, not all that old of an age. All right, we're going to finish up right now, sweet girl. I'm sorry. Sweet girl I blew it today waking up. Oh, okay. Sorry, we're going to wrap it up, okay? You want to say goodbye to the truth seekers? Sweet girl, you want to say goodbye to the truth seekers? Hold on. Let me see if I can get you on the screen. Hold on. All right, we're going to wrap it up, truth seeker. Do you see yourself, Ruby? Do you see yourself up there? Who is that? Is that you? It's funny. She likes to look at herself in the mirror. It's funny. It's like, oh, she's like, got the vanity thing going. Okay, big mama. Yeah, she's the center of the world now, truth seeker. So there are less hours in a day, but I'll still do my best to keep up with everything. Thank you again to everyone who hits the like and the share. Shout out to Eloy Garcia for the $1. And we're going to go feed this sweet little girl. And someday we'll educate why you don't want to get pulled into the whole political theater thing, because that's all it is theater. And they want everybody divided and having all these false ideas in their head, like our government's incompetent, which it's actually not. It's a mastermind of psychology and human manipulation, and it's massive and it's powerful, and it's having all kinds of influence in this nation and all across the world. So anyway, we'll leave it there for now, True Seeker. This girl's got to go. Until next time. All right, Ruby, we're out of here.